Alright, so now for the video that nobody asked me to do, but I'm going to do anyway. Yeah, the top 5, my personal top 5 swag new releases of the year. So check it out. What's going on, everybody? So yeah, welcome back to the shop here. Today, let's talk about my top 5. Now, we all know Swag released 12 bowling balls this year off their new rebrand at the beginning of the year. All 12 have been phenomenal. I've personally thrown 10 of them, and I have got it down to my top 5. These top 5 generally go with me to league, to practice, to whatever I'm doing. Mind you, my top 5 is my personal opinion. This is based on how I bowl, where I bowl at on the lane, the type of ball, the layout that goes into it. You know, there's so much that goes into my pro. I'm not saying this is the top 5, but for some, this could work. So let's dive right into it. We're going to start with number 5 to get started with. It's going to be the Apex Pearl. So this is of the utility performance line. It's got the APX Core V1, the Pearl Reactive, Apex Pearl Reactive cover stock, 1500 grit polished. On a 15-pound ball, you're looking at 250 RG 042 differential. So this ball is a great medium lane, great transition, lighter oil pattern ball. Really gets down the lane, very, very clean. Fairly sharp on the back end, not overly snappy, but gives you that direction change that you're looking for, especially when the back end is starting to kind of burn up a little bit. So to me, this is my later game ball. Generally, when the lanes are burned up and I'm kind of fighting myself, the big balls are too much, they're either overhooking or leaving stuff, this is a really clean ball to finish out the set on. So for ball number 4, this has come from the first 6 at the beginning of the year. It's going to be the Craze Pearl. So this ball is considered entry level, which I don't like using the term, but this ball is, the way I drilled it, is really angular. When they're just cooked, this is one of my go-tos. This is like it. It gets really steep down lane, really hard on the turn. I can't remember the layout offhand on it. I did a video on it. I believe it's like a 4.5, maybe a little taller pin with 20 VAL or something like that. So for the macros on the Craze Pearl here, it is a primary performance ball, considered entry level-ish. Drier lane conditions. It's Craze Pearl cover stock, 1500 grit polish. For a 15-pounder, you're looking at a 252 RG with an 030 differential. So it really conserves its energy, gets down lane with a good strong shape on the back. Ball number 3, also from the front part of the releases at the beginning of the year. This ball has been really good to me. I laid it out slightly different from its sister ball. I've got several good games, including my 299 on this ball. The Craze Solid. Just like the Pearl, this is part of the primary performance line. It's got the same macros of 252 RG. Oh, this is an 032 differential. Slightly higher differential according to the picture. Did not realize that in the beginning. Laid out slightly different. Now this layout on this ball, I gave it a 25 by 3 3/8 by 25 layout. And it's a really good smooth rounded line. Very continuous, very reliable line. I have thrown this early, first ball out, and it has held the line. I have thrown it late. I wouldn't consider this a later game ball. I would definitely keep this more of the early transition game 2 ball. But yeah, the Craze Solid, number 3 on my list of top 5 for the year. Ball number 2 of ball of the year for me is going to be the Judge Pearl. This ball is not only such a good ball, it looks cool going down the lane. As part of the advanced tech line, it is an ASIM. It's got the Witness Pearl cover stock, 1500 grit polish out of box. For a 15-pounder, you're looking at 249 RG, 052 differential with an 019 mass bias. It's not real skid flippy, but just a very strong ball, especially on a fresh house shot. So, number 1 ball of the year for me. It's no secret. I have put it out on the page several times. This ball is an extremely fun ball to run. It has pushed me into a zone I don't normally play. Is the Dragon Pearl. Everybody loved the solid version. For me, it's the Pearl. The Pearl version of this ball is just mwah. Very, very skid flippy. Like, you play this ball extremely deep in the lane, and when it makes that turn, you would think it's late for wherever it's trying to go because of how quick and hard it flips. For the Dragon Pearl, it is part of the Superior line. It's got the Scorched Pearl reactive. It's a 1500 grit polished surface, and let me tell you, I highly recommend hitting it with a 1500 pad. Just kind of crack the surface a little bit, or just waste a couple games on it, get it broke down. First couple shots with this ball, I was like, I don't know. And then as soon as it got some oil soaked in the cover, holy cow, turned into a monster. So that is my top 5 for the 12 releases this year of swag. You've got the Apex Pearl, the Craze Pearl, the Craze Solid, the Judge Pearl, the Dragon Pearl. I like the pearls. The pearls have been really good to me this year. Now for the honorable mention. This ball was supposed to be coming in the 2025 releases of the old swag before they was bought and the rebrand happened. It was made available to staffers on a very limited, and I made sure and jumped on it because I've always been a fan of this line from the old staff, and I jumped on this one. You haven't seen much on it. Since it was not part of the 12 releases, we did not do a review or nothing on it. It was just a here you go. Is the Fantasy Moonlight. This is a medium, more heavy. It's one of my benchmark balls. It's a big, solid symmetric. Really good ball. The layout I put on this is similar to the Apex Pearl. The macros on this. This has the USY3 solid cover stock on a 15-pound ball. It's a 252 with an 042 differential. Really fun ball to throw. Really clean. Not real sharp on the back. It's got a little sharper motion for a solid. But as far as shape and reliability, this one holds the lane really well. I like this is a benchmark ball. This is where I see the lanes are at to tell me if I'm going to ball up or down or stay in it. And generally, I can get about 2 games out of this ball before I really start considering balling around, moving the ball around. So there is my top 5 plus my honorable mention. All of these are available. Check your Proshop. Check bowlersmart.com. You can check my website, hackjobsproshop.com. Order one today for you. It's been a great year for swag. The brand really made an impression this year on the bowling community. And stay tuned because next year, 26, is going to be amazing. I can already tell right now swag is going to make huge leaps and bounds forward in what they've got going. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. If you've watched this long, I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. Check out all the different socials. Hackjobs Pro Shop and Bowling across the board. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Check it out. Y'all stay safe. Put 10 in the pit.